For most people, Halloween means a festive day filled with costumes, trick-or-treaters, decorations, and parties. For the people at BuyCostumes.com, however, Halloween means the biggest business opportunity of the year and a major operational challenge. BuyCostumes.com offers the largest collection of costumes on the internet. Founded in 1999, it has grown at more than 75% annually and is one of the fastest growing apparel companies online. Such rapid growth would present operations challenges to any company. For BuyCostumes.com, the challenge is further complicated by the fact that over 50% of the company's annual sales take place in the 6 weeks prior to Halloween. During slower times of the year, the warehouse may handle as few as 500 packages a day. But during the busy Halloween season, the warehouse may peak as high as 30,000 packages in a single 24-hour period. BuyCostumes.com needs to have the right merchandise in stock, at the right time, with the right systems, and personnel to pick it, pack it, and ship it to customers. The company has only one chance to get things right for the most important 6 weeks of the year. Planning for the Halloween season begins in January. The company starts by making overall sales projections for the coming holiday. Factors such as company history, industry trends, and economic forecasts are taken into account. These overall sales projections will guide planning for all areas of the company. The purchasing department uses sales projections to project inventory needs. With over 14,000 items in stock, projecting inventory at the item level is a massive task. Purchasing Director Krista Getz explains the process.
We try to glean as much information as we can from previous years' sales activity, item velocity. I mean, we really look at a lot of different factors, sell-through percentages, carryover. There are a lot of different factors involved in how we do that, and we really take all of it into account.
Although historical data is used as a guide, purchasing gives great weight to pop culture trends, especially when projecting inventory of top-selling items.
They follow year to year what movies were released. Last year, as an example, Star Wars was incredibly popular for us, in the top 3 for sure. Harry Potter, because there was a new Harry Potter movie coming out and a book last June. Batman Begins. So all of those kind of follow suit.
After making projections at the item level, purchasing begins to order the Halloween inventory.
It is different from traditional buying in that you're not buying for weekly replenishment or even monthly replenishment. You are buying for something that you're not going to get for 5 or 6 months, which is very unusual in most industries. You wouldn't buy comforters once every 6 months, for example. There's a much longer lead time. There's a lot of licensing factors. So, you want to make sure you get those orders in early. In case there's any issues that come up, you're still going to be able to have that product in time.
Meanwhile, the other departments are using sales projections to project peak season staffing needs.
We've done extensive time study on how many picks can be done in an hour per picker based off our layout, how many packers we need to meet our volumes. The shipping, we do time studies on all our different operations, so when we bulk up or when we build up for our peak season, we know exactly how many people we need in place.
Once the order is placed, we cannot change or cancel it, but we do have a...
Similarly, customer service uses projected sales volume to estimate how many phone calls they will receive and how many service reps they will need to handle the calls.
The latest partner actually is providing management as well as training, along with helping us pull in staff. So we start immediately after the first of the year. We talk about what happened last year, what are our needs going to be as far as how many people, what kind of people, any of the setbacks that we had, and then we start.
During this time, the company also begins meeting with shipping companies to negotiate costs and discuss anticipated package volumes. In June, the Halloween merchandise begins to arrive. Maggie Karam, logistics coordinator, explains how the inventory is processed.
We get orders that come in the door, sometimes in containers, sometimes on skids, either a full truck or a partial or what's called an LTL. It's unloaded and brought to our receiving area. It's received into our system and it's checked to make sure that it's accurate. What they say they shipped us is what they actually shipped us. Once all of that is determined and the counts are correct, it's received into our inventory system that then automatically pops up on the website as this product is in stock.
The product is then placed in the warehouse.
How we've arranged the warehouse is from smaller bin locations that are the slower movers to larger full and half pallet locations that hold more product. And those are closer to our conveyor lines, so that we try to minimize the travel pattern for our pickers. So if they're going to go to this location the most, it's going to be the closest thing towards the line. We serpentine through our racks to make sure that we route our pickers the most efficient way.
In August, the company begins to staff up for peak.
Currently we have just under 20 core staff in the warehouse, and that's on a single shift. During our peak season, we'll ramp up and we'll be close to 100 people per shift on a 3-shift, 6 to 7 day operation. So it's quite a challenge bringing that many people in, get them trained, get them on the floor and operating efficiently in just a 6-week span.
We go from taking approximately 600 to 800 orders a week during the non-Halloween season to 30,000 phone calls and orders in a week. Right now my staff is normally around 10. At this point we will be 200 plus for 6 to 8 weeks during September, October, and November.
While other departments are staffing up, purchasing is watching early orders carefully to see what items might be unexpected fast sellers. Wherever possible, inventory levels are being adjusted accordingly. By mid-September, order volumes begin to skyrocket. The orders are processed like this. Customers place their orders online. They select the items and shipping methods they prefer. As soon as they enter their orders, the inventory count for each item is reduced. The data from the orders goes into the customer service system. It also goes to the warehouse, where printed pick tickets are generated. The items are picked from the bins, boxed, checked for quality, weighed, and shipped. Packages are delivered by the carrier that each customer selected. Normally, the process runs smoothly, but no matter how carefully the company has planned, there are always surprises. It might turn out that an item has not been placed in the most efficient location in the warehouse.
Every once in a while it'll surprise us and we'll wind up with something that we've relegated to the back 40 and that's flying out of here. We don't change it at that point unless we find that we have the time. But that sometimes it gets a little tricky.
It might turn out that an item is so popular that it runs out of stock.
Our website does not allow a customer to place an order if we do not show it in inventory. Our inventory is that accurate, it goes down to each item. So if we sell that last one, we'll actually say out of stock on it. So if we did get the product back in stock, once we receive it, as soon as we hit the button receive, it sends out an email to that customer saying, your product is now in stock. We'd like to come back and place an order for it.
To prevent out of stocks, purchasing keeps ordering inventory throughout the Halloween season. When does the warehouse find time to replenish stock?
It's an ongoing process throughout the 24-hour period of peak, but we try and focus third shift as being our major replenishment time because we don't have deadlines to meet for customer orders until the next day.
Some customers will have questions or problems with their orders.
They'll say, I have already placed an order and I have an issue, so then we'll deal with that specific issue. Or they'll say, I would like to make a purchase, but I've never ordered from you, I'm not comfortable. So then we'll walk them through the process. Or maybe they're looking for a customer, they're not sure what they want. There is an occasional instance where a customer, they forgot something and they need it early in the morning or something. We will do what we can to work with the warehouse who works with the carriers to see if we can't get it there when they need it.
During the peak Halloween season, the team at buycostumes.com works 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to solve any problems that arise. By November 1st, order volumes begin to drop. By early January, order levels return to normal. The temporary staff is gone, the core staff remains, and the process of planning for next Halloween begins. Buycostumes.com is taking steps to spread sales out over more of the year. The company is now selling costumes and decorations for other holidays, selling party supplies, and encouraging costume use year-round. But Halloween will continue to represent the heart of its business, and operations planning for the peak selling season will remain key to the company's success.